close, but someone who steers something. Exturhor and gallery, the director of the gallery. Teshpantos Picasso, a Picasso exhibition. Teshpantos is an exhibition. The word teshpan means to show. Teshpan. Okay, Teshpantos is an exhibition of Picasso. Okay, Achur shul, which means to basically put on. Okay, literally to put at going, or to put at walking. Okay, Egtus at the beginning. Tus is the beginning. V and Vehev, the month of June. Okay, Mi is month. Tus, V and Vehev, the beginning of the month of June. Okay, and Mehev is June, and Vehev is of June. So we'll go through those down below. So so actually go down to B. So what's going on? The word is shul. Shul by itself just means walk, okay? But there's several expressions in Irish that are based off of it. So one is, the way you ask what's going on, you say kadata or shul. Which, really what is walking. Which is not that much stranger than what's going on. Okay? Going on what? Okay? Alright? So, it's the expression or shul is also used to mean that something is on. So ta and television or shul, the TV is on. So ta and television or shul. Okay? And kind of going from there, to turn on the TV is to put the TV at walking. Kur and television or shul. Yeah, well, you turn a TV on, you don't really turn it when you turn it on, so you might as well make it walk as well. Okay.
Walk the TV on.
Okay, so Kur and television or shul, turn on the TV.
What's the literal translation?
Literally something like put the TV on walking.
It's like French, something marches.
Yeah, right. Salash, right. Okay. Another thing, if you look at C and D, to say the TV is on, you say it is or shul, and you say to turn it on, you Kur. You put it or shul. That's very common in Irish that use the word kur to make something happen that you otherwise would be. So you might say ta agla oram, I'm afraid, or you can say kurshe agla oram, he scared me, he put fear on me. Okay? And so kur is a word that's very often used in Irish to make something happen to someone or to something. Okay? And then the word for June, and mehev, and the month of June, mi and vehev. Mi and vehev. Okay, the month of June. And it's spared you having to go through all the months today. Okay. So, Vishe Egestig Sturho in the gallery. So it was the intention of the gallery director, Teshpantos Picasso, a Picasso exhibit, a Chur Shul to put on. Okay. Egtus at the beginning. Tus is beginning. V and Vehev of the month of June. Okay. So
is it literally he was in question?
No, he had. It was. Visha Gesht Ege. I mean, literally something like he had. It was in question for him, or something like that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, first of all, you're using an idiom that's based off another idiom, so it's probably a little hard to literally, but literally, was it in question at the director? Okay, so something to be in question at you is, or to have as a question is to. It means really to be the intention of doing. That's what you mean. Okay? If you learn the expression, karata geshtiga, what do you mean? And you can kind of vary it off of that. Okay? Okay? All right, so Vishe Egestig Sturhor and Gallery.
Vishe Egestig Sturhor and Gallery.
Teshpantos Picasso Achur Shul.
Teshpantos Picasso Achur Shul.
Egtus V and Vehev.
Egtus V and Vehev.
Okay? So let's go on to number 3. The picture and Alin Torah Chalyul Snaboski. So, yeah, we'll come back to that. So first of all, the word for picture, the picture and picture. And the picture is the picture. Okay? So the difference is that on and changes to na, and you have an extra I in there. very common way in Irish to pluralize something. Okay?
But it's pronounced the same?
More or less. I mean, the R's can vary depending. You'll sometimes hear more British sound on the R's.
Say again.
You might hear, some people are going to make a distinction between them, between picture and picture. You're going to have like a zh sound at the end. One dialect, I think they actually have a zh sound in there. But okay. The artist, Antalintor. The word Alin is art, so Antalintor is an artist. And a lot of jobs that people have end in something like or ors or so on. Okay? So Antalintor is the artist. And of the artist is an Alintora. Okay? So a couple other professions. The teacher, an Munchor, comes from Munya, which means to teach. And of the teacher, an Wunchora. Okay, so you kind of see a bit of a pattern there. The farmer, an Fermor, comes from Ferm, which is a farm. And of the farmer, an Ermora. Okay, so you see when you do it in the of the, then you unite the word after. You put an H in there, or drop the T off if there was one there. Okay? And the other thing is, in the box, Saboska. And we've seen that before. In the boxes, you use the word sna. Snaboski. Okay, so sna means in the when you have more than one thing that you're in. Okay? Snaboski. Okay? So now we go back to the main sentence. Vi picture an Elin Tora Chayul Snaboski. So the pictures of the artist famous were the pictures of the artist famous in the boxes. Okay? The famous artist's pictures were in the boxes, okay?
Is that how you pronounce famous?
Okay, so the picture an Elin Tora Chayul Snaboski. Okay? Okay? So Elin Tora Chayul would be a famous artist, of a famous artist, an Elin Tora Chayul. So the word Elin Tora changes to Elin Tora, and Chayul gets an extra H in there because it's of that. And we're not going to get into the rules for that too much. I'll just point them out when we run into them. That's probably one of the harder things, is what the adjectives do in Irish. Okay? Important thing, the adjectives do come afterwards, so you say the artist famous. Okay? Okay, like we had up above, Boski Mora, box is big. Okay? Boska big, box small. Okay? Alright, so vi picture an Elin Tora Chayul Snaboski. Okay, an important thing also, picture, the fact that there's an I there tells you it's more than one picture. So those letters are important. If it did not have the I, it'd be one picture. And because there's an I in there, there's multiple pictures. Okay? Okay, so a very common way in Irish to make a plural is to put an I in at the end. So picture. Okay? All right. And number 4. Rinja Sorcha onsi orha leicharach. Okay, so Rinja is made or did. Sorcha Sally. Onsi is an attack. Okay? Orha on them. And leicharach means immediately. So she made an attack on them immediately. She attacked them immediately. Okay? She got to work on it, I guess. Okay? So, onsi. So if you read news in Irish, onsi is probably something you run into a lot. Okay? All right. Number 5. Vi urhi an ted tuv ayara agus an tape avrisha. So we'll get back to the main sentence in a second. First of all, this sentence uses one of the ways that you say to have to do something, and that is for something to be on you. Okay? So to say I had to stay at home, you say vi orem fanach sawalya. So literally, it was on me to wait at home. So I had to wait at home. It was on me to wait at home. Vi orem, it was on me. Fanach sawalya. Okay? And there's another expression that's similar to that. Begendom fanach sawalya. And it means basically it was necessary for me to stay at home. Begen Began dom. Okay. So it's a necessity for me, literally. Fanak sawaya. And began comes from ba. Comes from ba egan, which means was a necessity. Ba egan. It was a necessity. Dom is for me. And the ba egan contracts to began. Okay?